left that EBENEZER LAMPTEY landed on him.
That is
you know, he doesn't care about the defenses. He just goes in very, very confident, and you know,
which is very bad. It's dangerous. I mean, you cannot be a solid boxer today without having a good defense, because there are boxers that you made and one uppercut and you are down. You understand me? And then the ability of the punches that they release. You understand me? But I think that you can see clearly that George Ashi is coming to himself after receiving two punches from EBENEZER LAMPTEY.
Probably what George Ashi has always done is to rely on his footwork and his swerving skills. That has always helped him. But as to whether it can work against EBENEZER LAMPTEY is another big question.
Well, I think that EBENEZER LAMPTEY so far is proving that he can be a hard puncher, and that will give a lot of work to George Ashi to do. Because when he's a hard puncher, then it means that his guard that is not that effective, his defense that is not effective, will actually be brought into question, and then it might affect him depending on how accurate EBENEZER LAMPTEY lands his punches.
First of all, let me just ask you this: are you expecting this bout to travel the full distance? Because George Ashi is known to be a stingy jabber, and he can do anything. I mean, he can end this fight very early. What do you think?
Well, I think it's the first round. Let's observe the first, second round, and let's see how it goes. But if the first round is anything to go by, I think that so far it's too close to call. George Ashi has not dominated this bout. EBENEZER LAMPTEY has proven that, yeah, you are George Ashi. You've been a champion in this country, but I'm also coming up, and I'm going to give you a run for your money, and he's proving it. EBENEZER LAMPTEY is proving that he's going to give him a run for his money. He's not going back. He's not intimidated at all by George Ashi.
Another thing I've realized too is that George Ashi gets very strong when he's on the ropes. It's very, very difficult to tell right now because EBENEZER LAMPTEY is not giving him any space to breathe.
For me, Nathaniel, I'm very impressed. This is an exciting first round, an end-to-end action. In fact, this particular first round has been very impressive.
So if the first round is anything to go by, you think that what the slow-mo once again, and you could see that EBENEZER LAMPTEY was taking the fight to George. You know? And if this is what we're going to see, then definitely we're going to see the fight travel the full distance. What do you think?
Yeah, that is it. But I think on this occasion you can see that George Ashi did well with his defense. I mean, he was able to block the punches coming from, the shots coming from EBENEZER LAMPTEY. But I think that I'm very impressed with EBENEZER LAMPTEY because you see, this is a boxer that is not known that much when it comes to the professional scene. But George Ashi is a household name. He come into the ring with him and he want to prove a point. You understand me? I think I'm very, very impressed. If most of our boxers will do this, it means that Ghana boxing has a future, because then they will not be intimidated by the presence or the name or the pedigree of a particular boxer in question, whether on the local scene or on the international scene. So I think that EBENEZER LAMPTEY, kudos to him, and I pray that he keep up this particular momentum that he started with.
Kudos to him. Are you falling in love with him already?
No, I'm just impressed with his output so far. And you know, it's good to give champions a good run for their money. I love that when champions are put under a lot of difficulty and the best out of the champions is brought to bear.
Yeah, because to tell you the truth, I think that George Ashi is yet to face his major test here in Ghana. You know, because all the time it just looks like he goes into the fight and he, you know, has his way. He's able to knock his opponent out, and he walks away. Sometimes he doesn't even get the needed test to be able to tell whether his conditioning is good or not. You know, is it that we're not getting quality fighters in his weight class? What do you think?
Well, one of the difficulties was I remember when Yakubu Hamidu's that fight. I mean, you know, several times it had to be postponed here and there.
Yeah.
George Ashi versus Yakubu Hamidu, because they were the two topmost fighters on the Martin and then many only boxing. But I believe that the difficulty is that he's not having a lot of fighters in his category, the lightweight division, to fight him. You understand me? And that is what explains that. And when that happens, it's very difficult for the boxer to be active unless you have promotions like the one that Metro TV has just brought, the Fist of Fury. That will give him the necessary platform. You understand me? Because when he's not having a lot of bout, how can he be battle ready for international bout? For instance, Commonwealth bout that he's been built several times to fight Commonwealth bout, but how does he become battle ready for those particular bouts unless he have a lot of fight here?
And talking about Commonwealth bouts, the very first attempt he made at the Commonwealth title and failed because he lost to Kevin Mitchell in the UK.
Yeah.
The UK seems to be a very unfriendly ground for George Ashi. You know?
Well, I mean, a lot of questions will come to bear. One, how was the preparation like? Did you prepare very well for that particular bout? didn't know who he was going to fight. You understand me? How was the conditioning like? I'm loving this. If you look at it, this exchange of fists. I mean, left and right hooks from each of Ben Lamptey and George Ashe.
And so far, I've been very impressed with Eben Lamptey because he's not sitting back. He's also taking the fight to George Ashe.
Yeah.
He's replying the combinations, and it's looking like we're yet to see exciting moments in this bout.
Yeah, I like his condition. Look, he has a lot of stamina. I mean, he doesn't go by. He's displaying so much resilience. You understand me? In himself, and he's just taking things cool and giving back to George Ashe what he gives to him. He takes a lot of punches and gives a lot of punches back, and he's not intimidated at all. And I like his defense also. His footwork is not bad at all. I'm very much impressed with Ben Lamptey. He's giving George Ashe a good run for him. This is the kind of fight that George Ashe needs in order to prepare him for the international scene.
The other thing too that viewers need to know is that George Ashe took part in the last edition of The Last Warrior, which was a boxing reality show. Unfortunately, because of sponsorship problems, it couldn't go the full mile. It couldn't end. So that's the end of the second round, and we'll be coming back to you with commentary. We'll go for a short commercial break, and we'll be back. Hello viewers, welcome back to the Metro TV Academy Park here in Accra, and we're witnessing the first bout of the very first edition of the Fist of Fury series, brought to you by kind courtesy of Metro TV and Optimum Media Prime. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and with me in commentary position is my good friend Jeffrey Asari, who has a lot of love for boxing. You're watching the bout between George Ashe of the Atokwashi Gym and Eben Lamptey of the Believer Gym. This is an 8-round lightweight contest, and this is the third round. George Ashe is fighting in red trunks, while Eben Lamptey is fighting in white trunks.
You know, I was coming to something. If you look at the Atokwashi Gym, Alloway, he's the president of Ghana Boxing Trainers Association, and a Believer is the general secretary. I mean, so you have the president and the general secretary.
The top hierarchy
of Ghana boxing when it comes to trainers. You understand me? I mean, so you know what is at display here is about the technique, the quality, and the tactics that the two top coaches we have in this country when it comes to boxing. You understand? What they are putting into this boy is what we are witnessing. So we have the two top coaches and their techniques and skills being our player.
I need to say something here. My heart goes out to all the boxing trainers in this country because, well,
he slipped. Ben Lamptey slipped.
That was a slip.
He threw a punch. He missed it.
It would pass, so the battle will continue. And just like I was saying, back to my point, and my heart goes out to all the boxing trainers here in this country, because in spite of all their inadequacies and in terms of equipment in their gyms, they're able to churn out these very good boxers. You know.
Well, for me, I think that they do a lot of magic. I mean, it's the love for the sport, the passion for it, for boxing. You understand me? Some of them, they have to spend so much in order to bring these boxers up, even though it's difficult to actually get money this day. But they've been doing all this while because of the love, and I think that they deserve a lot of thumbs up. At the end of the day, these boxers fight in our national colors. You understand me? And so these trainers, I'm waiting and hoping for a day when these trainers will have a special platform for them to be honored for their good works that they've done for Ghana boxing in producing these excellent and talented boxers that we have so far.
One thing that I think that viewers and listeners need to know is that one time Coach Alloway, who's a trainer of George Ashe, was in the UK, was preparing one of his boxers for a bout, and one of the inspectors went into the gym and saw him bandage a boxer's hands, you know, taping a boxer, and he was so amazed that a trainer could come out of Africa and could tape a boxer that well, you know. So there are so many talents around.